7, keeping track of these large fires that have broke loose all around the globe, especially here in the United States and Canada. We have yet another one to add to the list here. The world's largest fresh produce market catching fire. They're stating that they're still investigating what happened in this situation, but this is situated inside of France. It is what they call the world's largest fresh produce market in Paris, France, burning nearly to the ground. Now, this is a massive food supplier for the region. They're saying that it ignited, went up in flames, they got it out, no one...
Alright, let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. The blessings to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all the true worshippers who worship and in spirit, to bring forth the truth, to awake the elect of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and you so-called blacks, are the true biblical Israelites. Also, the RFID microchip is the MOTB, alright? Also, World War III is imminent, and most importantly, our big brother Yahushai is about to make his debut return to save his elect from the massacre by famine that is about to come, you know, and to judge you wicked people with said famine, yo. Alright, famine is gonna be one of the ways in which the Lord is gonna judge you. And I think the title of this lesson will be around famine. Somewhere along the lines of famine, alright? Yeah. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into this article right here. I have to go with just a piece of that video clip, you know. So this is cityjournal.org. So it says smoke and mirrors. I on the news, smoke and mirrors. What's behind the apparent rush of fires at U.S. food processing facilities? And it was written June 29th, 2022. It says, is America's food industry being sabotaged? Question mark. Consumers got a sense that our food supply chains might be fragile when COVID-19 outbreaks shut down several meat packaging plants in the spring of 2020. Supermarket meat coolers were thinly stocked for weeks in 2021. Some observers began noticing a seeming uptick in fires and other disruptions of the food production facilities around the country. Soon lists of suspicious fires at food plants began circulating on Facebook and Twitter. Our food supply is under attack, a typical tweet proclaimed. By the spring of 2022, the list of fires and other incidents had grown to include more than 90 events. By the spring of 2022, 90. Actually, there was more than in a span of I think, if I remember correctly, because I was following this up in in March, you know, as far back as March or February. But by then, there had been more than 100 places that were burned down. Food processing plants that were burned down, yo. Come on. Coincidence, really? Wow, I'm gonna give coincidence too much credit, man. So it says include more than 90 events, fires that damaged meat packing plants in Georgia, Illinois, and other states. Millions of chicken and turkeys were destroyed at dozens of farms. And yeah, a lot of people saw the videos, saw the videos with livestock, dead livestock. They were just being stacked on each other. They have like these big rooms where they burn lots and lots of chicken. Yeah, remember that video? It says, and turkeys were destroyed at dozens of farms within a single week. I think they blamed that on it was like some kind of disease, some so-called disease that the animals got, all of a sudden, another coincidence. Within a single week, airplanes, not an airplane, airplanes crashed into two food production facilities. Another coincidence, that's all it is. And so on. And other conspiracy, the Gateway Pundit, Zero Hedge, and other conspiracy, curious sites publish stories on the trend. Soon Tucker Carlson was on the case. What's going on here? The TV host asked. Food processing plants all over the country seem to be catching on fire. A few days later, a Tucker Carlson Tonight reporter noted, we have found no evidence that these incidents are either intentional or connected. But the fuse was already lit. Yep. So that's the media, which is the elite's pet, their dog. They're pulling they pull the leash, they pull back the leash, they tighten the leash, so to speak, around the neck, of the media that they control, Because Tucker Carlson has a wide following, and people actually listens to him. It's like millions of people listen to Tucker Carlson. Anything he says, people are gonna take notice. So the elites had to do that. Alright? But we, men of the Lord, the true worshippers, we are not ignorant of what is going on, And that is my first scripture, 2 Corinthians 2:11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Alright? So when people start to take notice that something is going on, they start to tighten their leash around the media that they control, Alright? And we know how Esau operates. Come on, coincidence? 100? More than 100 food processing plant in the span of 6 months burnt down. That makes no damn sense. That has to be foul play, has to be engineered, Famine is being engineered, I should say. Alright? There's gonna be a famine that has like never before. Book of Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 5:12, it says, a third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee, and a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. Let's jump to 16. It says, dun dun dun. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction. So famine is coming, But the men of the Lord, they shall eat. They shall eat while you are being destroyed, because you're wicked and you didn't listen. You didn't care about Heavenly Father's true name. Or you didn't care about his word. So therefore, famine will be your destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread. And you can see how the Lord is using these governments or the elites to break the staff of bread. I wouldn't even say slowly but surely, because everything is happening fast, yo. I mean, a couple months, over 100 food processing plants, factories, food factories burned down. Plane. What are the odds of a plane or two plane or one plane falling directly into a food processing plant, and then it happens again next week, another plane? What are the odds of that happening, yo? Maybe 1 in a billion, man. Right? So famine is set for your destruction, but the men of the Lord shall eat. So is Isaiah 65:13. It says, wait, give me a second. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, yo. That's when the Lord called, you did not listen, all right? You did not listen. Therefore, your reward shall be famine, right? As scripture says, it's better to die by the sword than by famine. Right? And end the lesson. Romans 13:11. Yes. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Yeah, now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. As we see the signs, yo, we see the signs. Alright? There's famine on the horizon, there's World War III on the horizon, yo. We're seeing so-called UFOs, you know? I think they changed the name to UFP, some shit. Yeah, crap bullshit. But so-called UFOs are being sighted even more. Alright, even more regularly, yo. These are all signs of the times we're in. These are our last days, yo. Alright? Devil is getting ready to chip you people, yo. To give you the mark of the beast. Alright? And you know, I wanted to get Matthew 24 earlier and I didn't even remember, yo. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I'm never gonna do this over. Yeah, I'm gonna do it over. Bam, bam.